We have a health crisis on our hands. Now, if you believe that we currently have a health crisis, you're right. But you're only right if you understand the words health and crisis. Health, look at the first four letters of the word health. Heal, H-E-L. Heal originally means wholeness. That's the origin of the word health, is wholeness. You're free of illness, free of disease. And crisis, I've covered before. I've told you, is a Greek word that has been Latinized, krisis, which means a judgment needs to be made, a decision needs to be made. You draw a line in the sand, not catastrophe. I've covered this before. So only if you believe that and you understand the words, we do have a health crisis. Because what I mean by that is currently you have a whole lot of non-experts giving us health advice, giving us expert advice. I'm talking about media, journalists, politicians, ministers, celebrities, influencers who are telling you what to do about this coronavirus pandemic. Now, it's so interesting because how many people have actually picked up a phone, gone directly to a health expert, wholeness expert, wellness expert, medical practitioner, you name it, a particular expert on your wholeness, to ask them, what can I do to safeguard myself? What can I do to safeguard my family in this crisis? Very few people that I've engaged with in particular. You hear people say, they say you must sanitize. They say you must not go and engage. I'm not taking anything away from that. That's brilliant. But have you been guarded with who you listen to? Because the media has said there's a coronavirus pandemic. I'm not a health expert, but I am keenly aware of language. Keenly aware of the fact that language affects your thoughts, it affects your feelings, which then in turn affects your behavior. So if you see the words coronavirus pandemic, you panic. You start stock buying. You start doing things that are triggered by that. But if you replace the words coronavirus pandemic with health crisis, you then become keenly aware that what you're concerned with is your wholeness. Let this time be a point in time where you make a critical decision, crisis. Again, a point where judgment needs to occur. You draw a line in the sand and you say, I'm going to focus on my wholeness. I'm going to listen to people who are in the know. Yes, politicians are well-meaning. Yes, journalists are well-meaning, but they're not guarded with the language. They're not guarded. They're just owning this narrative. And by you being keenly aware of your language at this point in time, you can own the narrative for yourself and your family. That is the best way to protect yourself and everyone around you, I believe. So, who owns your wholeness narrative? Who owns this current crisis for you? Is it all the non-experts, myself included here? Or yourself? Your inner world creates your outer world. Your words will reveal the level of consciousness at which you operate. And Einstein said it. We cannot solve a problem at the level of consciousness at which it is created. For as long as you hear panic, pandemonium, you will behave that way. But if you focused on what can I do to empower myself, those around me, and focus on wholeness, health, healing, maybe, just maybe, we can take all the information and use it in empowering ways and not use pandemic and pandemonium and panic. How interesting that those words all just rhyme like that. Man, I say it all the time. I continue to say it. Your words, at no time more important than now, super, super powerful. How about you choose to use them wisely? Cheers.